I recently asked you what would you like to see from the next PRX, and I depressingly found out that you could actually take my job away from me and that I would actually buy these 3 designs that you came up with. This first design makes use of the Powermatic silicium caliber that's a really good workhorse and has the anti-magnetic resistance against most environments. A number of you commented that you wanted no part of that waffle dial, so I chose this ice blue dial model as our base PRX. Don't worry, as visually both the quartz and automatic models share the same 2-dimensional profile. I then desaturated the dial to prepare it for the transformation. Vincent wanted to have the crown guards from the new IWC Engineer, and I thought that's a great idea for an extreme explorer type of PRX. These crown guards fit the PRX angular shape seamlessly. Next was adding a matte Powermatic 8 silicium dial that's not yet available from Tissot and fits this adventurous design. I also moved the date window on the 6 o'clock position because, it's the right position to put it in. Teddy suggested a thicker bezel to make it a little more sporty, and I happily obliged. I also added the bezel from the Gentleman line and the quarter markers from the PRS. Lastly, I added the original hands as I feel it doesn't need changing, and now we have a more rugged looking PRX that keeps its overall identity. Dominic suggested that it could be made out of titanium and get a rubber strap version. While I doubt that they will make a full titanium bracelet variant, the rubber strap is more doable. If this dropped at $650, it would be a great addition to my own collection. Next, I wanted something that can be visually represented. That's why I could use some of your suggestions, such as that regulated movement or that 37mm case, which is visually indistinguishable from the other models, or the seconds hand hitting all of the markers. This one, however, makes a little bit more sense. Ever since the release of the PRX and it became a bona fide hit, people have imagined the many complications that it could be produced with. Eugene wanted to see a Moonphase complication, which Tissot has available using their F05841 Swiss quartz caliber. I also added a custom colored date wheel that will certainly keep in the style of the watch. A fellow Jason suggested that a red fume dial would be awesome on this Moonphase, and I fully agree. This now becomes a unique PRX that's also occupying a niche that most typically won't want to touch. However, I think we can take this a step further. I always loved the combination of red and rose gold. This Moonphase PRX could just be the next quartz grail must-have. And as a bonus, I threw this on a leather strap that Tissot can easily swap. And finally, I saved the most popular request for last, the GMT model. This one took a little bit more effort, but I think this is the best one yet. A handful of you suggested the GMT version, and I can see why, as it's one of the trends at the moment. Tissot itself just released a new C-Star in this GMT setup. But like Horloge 2596 commented on, an external GMT bezel would not likely happen since Tissot is heavily pushing the C-Star as its true bezel-clad timepiece. I began with the base model as having a smaller dial to make room for all of the elements that I needed to add. This time around, I moved the PRX text at the 12 o'clock position as I can add a Powermatic 80 GMT text below the 6. I also kept the date window at 3 o'clock position as this would be an asymmetrical design overall. Next, I added the Chasm Productions suggestion to make the markers bigger by taking the markers from the Gentleman line. I feel that this is a reasonable compromise that it still resembles the PRX stick indexes. Then the biggest change of this model is the addition of a second knob at the 4 o'clock position for the GMT bezel. By installing the GMT bezel inside the dial, the render preserves the PRX profile unlike when it's outside of the case. Lastly, the cherry on top is the redesigned GMT hand that I modeled after the angular indexes. I left out this beautiful silver dial that really completes the strikingly gorgeous Pepsi combo that elegantly pairs well with the PRX bracelet. If Tissot ever releases this tomorrow, I'll be one of the first ones to wait in line. I'm very happy and proud of you watch pirates out there because you're able to redesign something new and exciting from this popular watch line from Tissot. What other watches would you like to redesign next? Comment down below and let me know. And if any one of you works for Tissot, show them this video. You know, there's a very big chance that this designs could be a dream come true. My dream come true, of course. Well, yours also. Take some credit, not just me.